I'm Edie Lush, and I'm here in the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos. Really pleased to be joined by Usha Rao-Monari, the CEO of Global Water Development Partners. Thanks for coming along.
Thank you.
Now, water, we've got a lot of frozen water around us.
I see that.
And it's incredibly high up the WEF's agenda this year.
Mm-hmm.
You pleased, surprised by that?
I'm extremely pleased, not surprised. Mm-hmm. It's finally the number one risk identified in WEF's global risk survey that they do every year. So far it's always been number 2, number 3, number 4. And people like me have been mystified over why that is so, given what we see in the sector. But now it's finally hit number 1, which means basically that people have stopped talking about it and want to do something about it.
Right.
That's good news.
So what's being done? What are you seeing? It's encouraging you.
It's a few things. So one, there's much more interest in collaborating between the public, private sectors and communities to solve whatever issues you have in water or water supply. Second, there's much more connection between energy and water and food than ever before. And finally, there are new financing and business models that are being considered in the overall water sector, which has never happened before. Why? Because water has always been the poor cousin of energy. And so nobody gives it much attention. And now suddenly people are saying, we have to do something about it. What shall we do, and how do we do it, and how quickly can we do it?
So tell me about some of those new financing initiatives.
So, in fact, that's what I do, right, from where I sit. And what we're finding, if you look at the water sector traditionally as one of the infrastructure sectors, water has traditionally got the lowest amount of investment. And it's a completely underinvested sector. So, for example, if you take total public and private investment into infrastructure, water has gotten between 15 and 18% of that.
And that's globally?
Globally, totally. Which is insanely low, and you can't really invest with that kind of financing and that kind of investment outlook. So going forward, people are trying to see, how do we get money into water, right? Part of it is a tariff story. Water has to be priced differently and more sensibly. Second, it has to do with integrating all aspects of water. By that I mean the source of where you get it from, water treatment to provide water to whoever needs it, and then more importantly, wastewater treatment. What do you do with the stuff that comes out, right? How do you treat it so you avert pollution and health issues and so on and so forth. So these are the kind of models that people are looking at to see if that would substantially increase investment into the sector.
How do you value water if it's something that we don't produce?
So first, you may not produce it, actually, you may not produce fresh water, but it has to be delivered. So there's a cost around that. That's an easy calculation. You just figure out how much did it cost me to deliver water from point A to point B, and that should be your price. Second, these days, with the availability of water going down as seriously as it is, new water is being produced through, for example, desalination, wastewater recycling, other sort of sources. So there is a way, there's a cost associated with that, and as long as you cover your cost, that's the price. Unfortunately, in many, many countries of the world, that's still a difficult thing for public sector and politicians to do, but it's getting there.
And are you finding that countries in which a river, for example, crosses borders are able to collaborate to pay for it together more, or is that still difficult?
So the trans-boundary aspects of water have always been one of the largest issues there. But even that is improving just because of the need. You can't sit there and fight about stuff without doing something about it, because at the end of the day, no one will be better off and everyone will be worse off. So even those kind of transboundary collaboration initiatives are slowly gaining ground in various parts of the world.
Usha, thank you so much for stopping by the Hub Culture Pavilion
Thank you.
here in Davos, and I'm Edie Lush.
Thank you.